figs and coffee. Hey Fig Fam. It has been really, really wet. Check out this footage from the rain. It is about to rain again. I just wanted a little bit of reprieve. We got some sunny weather. We took the kids to the beach this morning, and here I am going back to battling with the weather. It's about to rain now, so I'm trying to get as much as I can in showing you guys, showing and sharing you guys what's going on right now out of Phil's Figs nursery. So you can see I've been dealing with fig rust, which is a really unfortunate problem that I'm managing, and I'm managing it well. It actually worked using the sulfur spray. So whatever sort of fungicide or fungicide you would like to use, try it because it works. If you look at these green leaves, check that out. It's kind of stopped a lot of the things in their tracks, a lot of the plants, and I actually have nursery viable stuff too. And then what happens after fig rust is that it pushes out new growth again. So we're in that time of the summer that if you live in a warmer climate like I do, you get these second waves of growth that come off of the figs. So your initial summer growth, it lignifies, sets fruit on it like this green ischia. And then after that, look at this whole another set of growth. And that happens, you know, after that initial fruit set and lignification. Why that fruit is waiting there, getting ready to ripen, it can continue to grow. And that's a really cool thing. Guys, I have something really interesting. This is my Desert King. I have two of these. People grow them for their Brava crop, especially in the Pacific Northwest. But Desert Kings are a San Pedro variety. So normally all this main crop stuff wouldn't ripen without the help of a fig wasp. But the Brava crop will ripen on San Pedro figs on its own. This seems to be swelling. It's not a Brava fig, so we'll stay tuned and see if that works. You can have nuanced situations like that where a main crop fig on a San Pedro will ripen on its own. That's not normally what happens. And what I say is that the exception proves the rule. But we also have figs ripening. Unfortunately, we have figs ripening during these wet weeks, and it's really difficult because A, they rot out on me, so they go right to the bugs. B, the squirrels get them. They found out about them, but we have some beautiful, interesting varieties that are ripening right now. And it's kind of fun if I can beat the rain to it, if I can beat the squirrels to it, but it's getting to the point with the squirrels that I have to do something about it. And I'm going to show you guys today what I'm doing. I'm using a bird net and I'm staking it to keep kind of like space around it. And then I am going, if I can get out to it with the rain. This is more just an update too. So this panache putting out the second round of growth. Been trying to ripen this fig and it's about to fall off. If you grow fig trees in containers, they will do better in rainy situations. They won't get too oversaturated, but you have to be on top of them about their watering. Now you see this panache, it's starting to hang on the tree. It's got a pretty short neck. Probably could have used another day or two. But since it is about to rain again, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can scavenge some figs. This is a new fig variety for me. This is Bass's favorite. It's starting to hang. It's still a little too soft. I'm worried that if it rains, I won't get to try it. But look at this panache fig. It's variegated, guys. Beautiful, right? I have another variegated variety, and it's Coldodama ramata. And it's swelling as we speak, but it needs the hang time. And I'm really worried, guys, that I'm not gonna get it with more rain, but hopefully we'll get a reprieve at some point. But I wanna tell you, like, this time in August is when we get our whole, if we do have fig rust, you get a whole second wave of growth. You can see it here on my Smith. Second wave of growth, really starting to take off. Really starting to take off. Long Doot is putting out new growth. Bordeaux Greece is putting out new growth. And look at this Peter's Honey putting out Every spot is putting out new growth. The squirrels have been ravaging it, so this is the tree that I want to put the fig netting on. So this fig netting is beyond organza bags. This is where the squirrels know how to deal with it, and they are not giving up. They're going to give you a run for your money. But it doesn't mean with rainy weather that we don't have figs. So look at this. This Coldodama ramata is just about ripe, and they're beautiful. If any of you are huge into figs and you do not have a Coldodam, whether it's in a container or you want to put in the ground, get one. Coldodam gris, Coldodam blanc, Coldodam noir, Coldodama ramata, Coldodama giganta, Coldodama roja. If you are enjoying figs and you want an experience that's that raspberry flavored jam and you don't have a black Madeira yet or a Figo Preto, get a Coldodam. If you could have any Coldodam, gosh, it's really a toss up between the Coldodam blanc or the Coldodam gris. But Coldodama ramata, Coldodam blanc, variegated, right? It tastes so good. It's laughably good. I have a noir, a blanc, and a gris. If you've been watching my videos, you guys have seen my Coldodam blancs in the past, and they're so good, guys. I'm almost tempted to pick this before the rain. We're gonna see, actually, for the sake of the video, and it's about to rain, let's go ahead, we'll compare this panache to an early Coldodam blanc. It's already squishing on me. See how it's still kind of firm? And if you look here, you see how in the back of this, there's some sap flow right on that stem. It's telling me it's not quite there yet, but the one thing that's always surprised me with Coldodams is even when I pick them early or do all these things, you're like, wow, that was amazingly delicious. This is Bass's favorite. It's a young tree, so it's not really living up to it. Look how tight that eye is. I almost want to like leave it on here to give it a chance to really fully ripen, but it is kind of squishy. Too late. We got others. I'm on this journey with you guys too, so I like sharing the fig love with everyone. I had some spoiled figs I wanted to show you and how gross they can get in this wet, humid weather. I'll post a pic right here. Look at this. That's this Violet de Bordeaux. You see, here's the tree. It was hanging right here. A squirrel got it, but they can have that one for sure. We have these other fancy varieties to get through today. So it has been so wet. You can see this storm cloud coming in. My plumeria fell over. That's kind of nutty. My olive trees are gangbusters. If there's any tree that's easier to grow in zone 7B and south that's not a fig tree, it's an olive tree. LSU Gold has been ripening for me. This white Adriatic from the Fig Hunter has been ripening for me nice. It's a lot like a Stella, but the leaves aren't as finger-like lobed. But other than that, it's the same type of fig as like a Dalmatie. Ponte Tresa has been ripening. Again, a lot of these figs have been doing well in this rainy weather because they're in containers. And I have a little more control about the quantity of water that they can take up. Not to say like the figs will still spoil if they have a large eye and they're open to this high humidity, heavy rainy weather. But we're in the full rainy weather scene of figs, guys, and I'm just kind of showing you what happens. My citrus is doing well. I'm still new at it. All my guidelines I follow for citrus are from Millennial Gardener. So if you have any questions, you can ask me, but just hit him up because he's done so well with his Awori Satsuma and his other citrus trees. And a lot of my citrus trees are from Stan McKenzie and McKenzie Farms in South Carolina, who is not only a citrus dealer and citrus aficionado, but he specializes in cold hardy citrus. So you can see everything's kind of growing. My pomegranates, my figs. I have Black Madeira, White Madeira #1, and then I have Campaniere, which has been ripening figs. It wants to grow straight up like this. I will say that is a great rainy weather fig. It's got a short hang time, it's got a tight eye, and it will not get overly affected. I can feel the raindrops coming in, and as a gardener, I don't mind working in the rain. As a content creator, my electronics don't like working in the rain, so this might be just a short video of just catching up on what's going on out here. Trying to see if I have any more figs. My LSU red has been ripening, but it reminds me a lot of Celeste, maybe with some more berry flavors. I have a whole new crop of figs ready for sale over here. And they're already getting picked over. And then what I'm doing to manage the fig rust outside of what you see as far as when I was spraying the sulfur was get some airflow in here. The stagnant air is also going to contribute to the fungal growth, especially with this high humidity. So otherwise they're hanging in. If you look, I actually cleared out a lot of the leaves and I put them away. Originally I was putting them in my fire pit, but nobody's going to be burning anything in this warm weather, so I actually put them in their own leaf receptacle that I'm going to haul out of here with the trash in here. And all the fig leaves are in there. I got to remove the fig rust. So the source are the spores themselves. They're on the existing fig leaves. And then I got to spray the other fig leaves that are affected. And then I have to remove them so they don't get into the ground soil as well. And next spring, I'm just going to be applying more and more. The other benefit of all this rain is I have not had to water. I have all this irrigation system stuff I set up that I have not had to use at all. There's my Paradiso. This Paradiso is Paradiso gene. It's been ripening figs, and the squirrels have been getting them. So I got some hardy Chicagos falling off. Look at that. I call it hardy Chicago. It's Brooklyn Park JP or Brooklyn Park JD. It's still really good. Oh, man. If anyone's curious. See all the jam? Sweet berry tones. Get yourself a Mount Etna type fig. Marseille's Black. Hardy Chicago. Sal's. L. What else we got? A few other varieties. I think BI39 is one as well. If you have questions, hey, like maybe there is this a Hardy Chicago type or Mount Etna type, let me know. And I can check it. And if it has that club shape on the leaves, I can almost guarantee it. But yeah, I just wanted to give you a quick update that I have not been able to do a whole lot because it's been so darn wet. Amazingly beautiful though, you know. LSU Gold has been ripening for me. It ripens, it doesn't split, but with all this water, it doesn't really get that sweet. You know, you really have to let it sit on the tree to get it to go. Like this is soft and squishy, but I don't want to pick it. LSU Gold. Over here, I don't want to pick it either. The only reason I would pick it is when the squirrel comes over here trying to get the figs. And as for putting a net over there, I have to do it off camera because my camera's starting to get wet now. But I have some figs. I have my panache here. And my Coldodama Ramada. And my Bass's favorite, my first Bass's favorite ever. I don't know why I've been holding out on you, Bass, but finally giving it a chance. If you like figs, check out Trees of Joy. He has an amazing collection. He's very efficient at growing figs up in Pennsylvania. A lot of great Pennsylvania growers. Ross, the fig boss, Bill from Off the Beaten Path, and a few other growers, definitely. So check those three guys out. Until next time, cheers, Fig Fam. That's a quick update for now. My recommendation this episode is lean into nature. You got to sit and chill and mitigate rainfall. Do so. So the real theme for this whole episode is know that figs don't just go through one single cycle. If they're in a warmer climate, they will go through a multitude of cycles. So you can see all this is new growth with figs on it, and it's still continuing to grow more on every single tree, especially ones that were heavily affected by fig rust. You'll see a whole second wave right here, which is pretty great. My Peter's honey, look at that. Whole second wave. In fact, every single tree has had a second wave, even the struggling. So what I'm going to do here with this Col de Dame Noir is I'm going to prune it way back and give a lot of new growth off of it. And here's my Col de Dame Blanc. Every fig tree, every variety has the chance to create its own growth habit. But yeah. I just want to give you a quick update. But sometimes you have to be reminded that nature's in charge and you can only work with nature. So when it's really wet, I gotta lean into it, collect that rainwater, let all my plants get a nice heavy drink. If I can't garden in the rain and I have to go inside, I can enjoy the figs I do have and catch up on all the gardening planning I get to do for the fall. Just expressing gratitude. If you really like this video, like, subscribe, reach out with questions, tell me how your garden's growing, tell me how your fig trees are growing, and if you need help with anything, reach out. Happy to answer them for you. Until next time, cheers, Fig Fam.